Welcome back to this week's sports show. We're your hosts, Cooper and Callie. Boys basketball is 2-1 after they lost to Zionsville 60-57, and Drew Hafner put up 29 points in a beautiful performance. And then next up they have Guerin, who's 4-0 on Friday at home.
Girls basketball played Thursday with a win over Rebuff 38-10. Tuesday they're traveling to Carmel, and on Friday they're coming back home to play against Zionsville.
Wrestling is in action Wednesday, competing versus Warren Central, kind of as they had the Shamrock duels over the weekend.
Swimming and diving will compete Tuesday versus HSE in Franklin Central. Then diving is at Fishers on Saturday, so keep those on your calendar.
Now into national sports, kind of the playoff bracket. Cooper, who are your kind of favorites to win in college football?
You know, I just got to love Quinn Ewers and Arch Manning. It's Arch, right? It's not Archie. Archie's the grand, yeah. Yeah, so Arch Manning, I just think, I think Arch Manning should be starting. I think Quinn Ewers is good, but I think Arch Manning is better. And I think that, honestly, I think they have a good shot at winning. I think the Georgia game was a fluke, and I think Texas will end up doing better than we expected. I think we can't count out Oregon, though, because, I mean, look at their record.
Yeah. I'm going Oregon here. I want them to go. I'm going to go Oregon, too. I love Texas. I think Arch Manning for sure should be starter, as he's earning, like, millions of dollars versus Quinn Ewers. We kind of saw Arch he likes the run games. You see him more in the run game.
I think that's so valuable in college football right now.
But I go Oregon. They played here at the Big Ten Championship and just beat Penn State. And I think Oregon has a good chance to kind of go all the way. I'm hoping, the Big Ten and SEC are kind of the main teams that are in this bracket. And I'm glad to see Alabama's out of there.
Honestly, Alabama should not have been there at any point.
Got to go up, Emma.
Emma, would you mind heading up for us?
Again? Right there.
Yes. So, in other football news, the NFL Colts had a bye this week. Pretty much nothing happened for the Colts this week. We're going to come out of this bye fresher than we were and hopefully win some games on this back end stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of a good day when the Colts don't win or lose. So
yeah, we'll count it as a win if we don't lose. Go Indy. So another disappointing Indy team. The Pacers lost to the Hornets 113-109 last night. I mean, that's incredibly disappointing for me as a Pacers fan. I mean, it's the Hornets. LaMelo Ball wasn't even playing. Who on that team is good?
Yeah. I mean, the Pacers they've been struggling a little bit this season.
I think the number one issue with the Pacers is Tyrese Halliburton just being on and off, and having the back of a grandpa is not helpful. Sleeping on a different bed all night, like every night is a different bed, that cannot be healthy for his back. I had a video earlier this year kind of outlining what the Pacers need to do to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals. And it came down to Tyrese Halliburton's health and happiness. And clearly he's not healthy or happy. Some nights he'll have like 40, and then the next night he'll have 5. And it's just, you can't do that as a star player. So I think he's definitely regressed a little bit. And if he wants to get back to winning, we have to get Tyrese Halliburton just healthy again, whether that mean we sit him for an extended period of time or whatever that is. I think this year we need to reevaluate what we're doing with the Pacers.
That's kind of a total flip from last year to this year.
Right.
And we kind of said Halliburton's going to be the star, but right now it's not looking like. We see Miles Turner and TJ McConnell stepping up and being the big players that
TJ McConnell, 30 points last night. He's definitely been a bright spot. Last year we thought we were going to have to bench him, and we thought he was going to get a reduced playing time. But then due to injuries, he kind of stepped back into a role, and now he's gone on to continue to be one of our best bench players coming off and just being a spark plug for this offense. Really cutting into the paint when nobody else really can. I mean, Pascal Siakam's going to play in the mid-range. Miles Turner is going to play from 3, try and stretch the floor. Tyrese Halliburton, for some reason, just shoots it. I think he should try and figure out that drive game, but again, we said enough about Tyrese Halliburton. And Ben Mathurin, he kind of does a lot of different stuff, so he's helpful in that area. But TJ McConnell just really is able to push into the paint like that. And that's something that's valuable that this Pacers team has been missing.
Yeah, I think they need to reevaluate what's happening right now. If I was
Yeah.
the Pacers.
Yeah. 10-15 is not a good start. So we'll just have to see. We don't have the same electricity as we did last year at the beginning of the year. We don't have the same momentum. We don't have the same chemistry. I think it's just off. So I think that might be a Rick Carlisle thing where he needs to figure out what's going on with his team and just really sit down and take a big look at what he's been doing.
Oh.
So I think that's all we have time for.
Yeah.
In other NFL news, Miami Dolphins, Adrian asked us to put this in here. The Miami Dolphins beat the New York Jets, knocking the Jets out of the playoffs. So if you thought that you were going to see a Jets resurgence, it's not happening.
Yeah, the Jets just not having their way. And I think Aaron Rodgers,
Time to retire.
I think it's time for him to go. Kind of like Kirk Cousins, but I was kind of watching the Falcons game, and he threw like 17 interceptions. Like, I think it's time we get a new kind of generation, and for young quarterbacks, especially in this draft class we have coming up.
Yeah, and I think Kirk Cousins, we're kind of expecting Penix to take a bigger role in the team here in the following weeks if the Atlanta Falcons really do seem like they are not playoff, even in the hunt. So now I think that's all we have time for. You can check out the full schedule for Rocks Athletics on the Rocks Athletics social media or website.
That's all for today.
Stay humble and go Rocks!